Have you ever noticed how easy it is to feel rich without actually becoming wealthy? Maybe you got a salary increase, received a tax refund, or started making more money from a side hustle. Suddenly, spending feels different. You stop checking price tags. You order food more often. You upgrade your phone, buy better clothes, and convince yourself that you finally made it. For a while, life feels amazing. But then something strange happens. A few months later, your bank account looks almost exactly the same as before. Sometimes it's even worse. You wonder, I'm earning more than ever. So why does it still feel like I don't have enough? If that sounds familiar, you're not bad with money. You're experiencing one of the biggest psychological traps in personal finance, feeling rich while slowly becoming poor. And the scary part is that millions of people fall into this trap without even realizing it. Today, we're going to uncover why your brain tricks you into feeling wealthy long before you actually become wealthy, and how this invisible mindset quietly keeps people broke for years. Let's begin. Most people think becoming richer is simply about earning more money. It sounds logical. If you earn twice as much, you should have twice as much left over. But real life doesn't work that way. Imagine someone named Alex. Alex gets promoted and starts earning an extra $1,000 every month. At first, Alex promises to save most of it. But then something happens. The old apartment suddenly feels too small. The old car doesn't feel exciting anymore. The 5-year-old phone seems outdated. None of these things felt like problems before. Yet the moment Alex earns more, they suddenly feel necessary. Within a few months, nearly every dollar from the raise has disappeared into a bigger lifestyle. Nothing dramatic happened. No financial emergency, no reckless gambling, just small upgrades that felt completely reasonable. This is exactly how lifestyle inflation begins. The more money we make, the more our definition of a normal life expands. What used to feel luxurious slowly becomes ordinary. And once something becomes ordinary, it no longer makes us feel rich. Psychologists call this adaptation. Our brains are incredibly good at getting used to improvements. Think about your favorite meal. The first bite is amazing. The 10th bite is still good. By the last bite, the excitement is mostly gone. Money works the same way. The first time you fly business class, it feels unforgettable. After doing it regularly, economy starts feeling uncomfortable. Nothing about economy changed. Only your expectations changed. This is one reason people earning 6 figures can still feel financially stressed. It's not always because they don't earn enough. It's because their lifestyle has grown just as fast as their income. But there's another psychological trick that's even more powerful. It's called mental accounting. Instead of seeing money as one big pool, our brains separate it into different categories. A bonus feels like fun money. Cashback feels like free money. A tax refund feels like money that doesn't really count. Because it feels different, we spend it differently. Imagine receiving a $2,000 bonus. Instead of asking, how can this improve my future? Many people immediately think, I deserve a vacation. Why? Because the money feels unexpected. Even though $1 from your bonus is exactly the same as $1 from your paycheck, your brain simply tells a different story, and stories shape spending. Then comes social comparison. This might be the strongest force of all. Humans naturally compare themselves with the people around them, not with billionaires, not with history, with neighbors, friends, co-workers, people on Instagram. You buy a nice watch, it feels amazing, until your friend buys a better one. Suddenly, your watch doesn't feel special anymore. Nothing about the watch changed. Only your comparison changed. This creates an endless race where the finish line keeps moving. The more people upgrade around you, the more pressure you feel to upgrade too. Not because you need those things, because your brain wants to belong. Our ancestors survived by fitting into groups. Today, that same instinct shows up through spending. Owning the latest phone can quietly become a way of saying, I'm doing well. Driving a luxury car can become a way of proving success. Buying expensive clothes can become a way of feeling accepted. The purchase isn't only about the product. It's about identity. And identity is one of the strongest psychological forces we have. Here's where things become dangerous. Feeling rich and being wealthy are completely different experiences. Feeling rich is emotional. Being wealthy is mathematical. Feeling rich comes from spending. Wealth comes from what you keep. Imagine two people. Person A earns $12,000 every month and spends $11,800. Person B earns $4,500 every month and spends only $2,800. Who is richer? Most people instantly notice Person A's lifestyle, the expensive vacations, the luxury apartment, the designer clothes. But Person B quietly builds investments every single month, year after year. While Person A is busy looking rich, Person B is becoming rich. This is why wealth often looks surprisingly ordinary. Many financially successful people don't appear wealthy. They drive reliable cars, wear simple clothes, live below their means. Not because they can't afford more, because they understand something most people don't. Every dollar you don't spend becomes a worker. Imagine each saved dollar as a tiny employee. Spend it today, and it works for someone else's business. Invest it, and it starts working for you. One employee becomes 10. 10 become 100. Eventually, those employees keep earning money while you sleep. That's how wealth quietly grows, not through flashy purchases, through ownership. Here's another interesting twist. Buying things gives us a short burst of happiness because our brains release dopamine. Dopamine is often called the anticipation chemical. It makes us excited before and during the purchase, but after the excitement fades, the brain returns to normal. That's why shopping often feels addictive. We're chasing the next emotional high, not the object itself. The expensive shoes weren't really the goal. The feeling they created was. Understanding this changes everything. Instead of asking, will buying this make me happy? A better question is, how long will this feeling actually last? Often, the excitement disappears much faster than the monthly payments. So how do you escape this invisible trap? First, separate income from lifestyle. Every time your income increases, don't immediately increase your spending. Instead, let part of the raise improve your future before improving your lifestyle. Second, stop measuring success by appearances. Many people who look wealthy are simply spending everything they earn. Real wealth is usually invisible. It's the investments nobody sees, the savings account nobody posts online, the financial freedom that doesn't need to be advertised. Third, learn to delay purchases. When you want something expensive, wait a few days. You'll often discover that what felt urgent was only temporary excitement. Finally, redefine what feeling rich actually means. Maybe feeling rich isn't owning the newest phone. Maybe it's having enough savings that an unexpected bill doesn't create panic. Maybe it's knowing you can take time off without worrying about next month's rent. Maybe it's having investments quietly growing while you're living your life. That's a different kind of richness, one that lasts much longer than the excitement of a new purchase. At the end of the day, your biggest financial enemy isn't always low income. Sometimes it's the illusion of wealth. The moment spending starts making you feel successful, your brain becomes easier to fool. But the moment ownership starts making you feel successful, everything changes. Because real wealth isn't built by looking rich. It's built by creating a life where money works for you instead of constantly disappearing from you. The next time you feel the urge to upgrade something, ask yourself one simple question. Am I buying this to become richer, or just to feel richer for a little while? That single question could save you thousands of dollars and bring you much closer to the financial freedom you're actually looking for.